Greetings everyone, Nafru here. GLM 5.2 is out and it is insane. I made a video about this. It blows my mind away every time I get a chance to run this, and the benchmark results are unbelievable. Now, you can look at this benchmark results in front of me, but we're not going to pay attention to this. We're going to run our own benchmark, and from that result, that's why I really believe that this is an insane model. Now we're going to be using Prevail for this. There's tremendous excitement around Prevail. If you haven't tried Prevail, if you've watched this channel and you've watched my videos and you haven't gone out, download it if you have a Mac computer and try Prevail. Do me a favor. Pause the video right now. I'll wait. Go over. I'm waiting. Okay, download Prevail. It's unbelievable. It's unreal. It allows us to try and test out some of these models and have a framework for doing so regularly. So I am super excited about it. Give it a try. Appreciate feedback. Constantly making updates, and I think this will be the harness for life. This will really be the harness for life. So go into Prevail, click on settings. So you're going to want to click on settings on the bottom left. Right now, I am in the vault, or if you go over to workspace, I'm in the workspace. I'm using the demo vault. So I've done a lot of videos about Prevail. If you want to catch up on those videos, you definitely will catch up on to understand the concept of the vault, and that's what this is. Now, in here, we're going to go first to runtime. If you're doing this for the very first time, we want to make sure we have access to GLM 5.2, because what we're going to do here is run a test to see how well GLM 5.2 compares against the frontier models. So these are the models everybody's talking about. We're talking Opus 4.8. Codex 5.5 on high, or we're talking even the anti-gravity 3.5 flash high. So a lot of models in there. How does that compare against something like, and we're using this from OpenRouter, GLM 5.2. So that will be the benchmark we're running in here. So assuming the runtime is good, if you're using this again for the first time, paste your OpenRouter key. I'm assuming you have OpenRouter. I think I've done some videos on this. Just go over to OpenRouter, create it, get a key, paste it in here, maybe put $5 in there to test it out. Highly recommended. Then you have something to go with. Now, if you have the hardware to run GLM 5.2 locally at home, go for it. Kudos to you. I really dream someday, if you guys subscribe and share these videos, maybe someday we're going to get the hardware to actually test it physically. But for now, we're going to use the one here in OpenRouter. Now, assuming you have that, we're going to go down to the arena. The arena is amazing. It's unbelievable. So, all right, I'm not going to go to the leaders board. I'll show you real quick what I did. Then I'll go to the leader board so you can see the results. Hopefully, some of you saw the results already. But if you did not, don't go there. I'm going to build to the results. So we want to come in here. What we do typically with these models is you go down to Claude. You can do, say, Opus 4.8, Opus 4.7. Pick the models you want to compare. I did one with Fable when Fable came out. Unfortunately, I don't have access to that anymore. I don't think anybody does. So pick that. If you want Sonnet or Heiko, go ahead, do that. And then come down to Codex. Codex is pretty interesting. I think their models, I don't use it. It's not my daily driver. But I definitely appreciate what those guys are doing over there, or what the folks over there do. So you can do 5.5 high if you want. And so these are the models. We're selecting all the models. So far 3 selected. That will be part of this benchmark. So we're going to run our own benchmark here from the ground up. I'm not believing anything people send me these days. I will run my own benchmarks to see the results. And this Prevail gives you the framework to do that. Again, link in the description below. So go to Gemini 3.5 or anti-gravity, they call it now. You can even do the 3.1 Pro high. And then from OpenRouter, so this is where you're going to go in there and then search for GLM. If I was doing this live, so do a GLM 5.2. And there are so many models in OpenRouter. If you really wanted to go Grok 4.3, you can obviously take that in. And on and on. So Llama, I do have Llama on my machine. You can get maybe Llama models if you wanted to. So essentially select the models you want to benchmark. So far I've selected 8 models. That's pretty pretty significant. Now, trying to figure out which of these is the great model. Then this is where Prevail is unique. This is where this is really cool. You can select the domains, and I'll talk about the domains. If you've followed the Prevail for any amount of time, you understand the concept of domains. So thinking about your wealth, your career, your homestead insurance for life. So these are questions about life, because using AI for coding and coding benchmarks might not mean that much for you. I've talked about this ad nauseum at this point. So I'll do across all the domains to see how they perform. So just simply select all. And then once we're done, you can always save it as your console. I do love to save it as the console. So I'll do Frontier Demo 2. Actually, let's do Demo 3. That way you can come back once you save it. We selected 8 models in here. If I run it, so now essentially all the 8 models will run the benchmark against all the domains that are available in here and then score that for us. And there are different combinations I have here. If I wanted the cloud models, I will select this. You don't see it changing, but you see now the models selecting just the cloud models. If I wanted frontier models, I can select that. If I wanted all models, I can select that. Usually I don't do that. Now we just want to do the FT demo, which we've used 8 models selected. And guess what? GLM 5.2 is one of it. I know we're building up to this and I'm getting excited. All right, so let's go now. Once you selected that, you can go ahead and do run in here. But good news for you, let's actually do it. I'll hit run. It's going to run the benchmark, but let me cancel that. I don't want to do the run right now. It takes a while. And it might burn out all my tokens in OpenRouter. I don't want to do that because I just did it a few seconds ago. So once you're ready, here is a leaderboard. Are you ready for it? All right, let's click on that. So I just did this not too long ago, running 11 models across all the domains. So career, chief, fitness, health. Now, if you're not sure what this means, go back to questions. I think we've talked about this. There are canonical questions grounded in your data once you set up your vault, so that as these new models are coming out, you can quickly test them, even on a schedule. You can have this running on a schedule. And if I pick career as an example, and this is all synthetic because I'm using the sandbox data, so it's not real. So anything you see here is not actually real. But it's meant to capture the nuance that your situation, your way of thinking might consider. So here from the career question, you might say somebody has 18 months since their last career review. Should they push for base salary increase or RSU grant? These are very interesting questions people deal with. Gnarly questions, not clear black or white answers. So how do you navigate that? And your response, if you have your grounded response in here, what you expect, go ahead, put it. And once you're comfortable with these questions, that is what the models are being tested against. Would they behave the way you would behave? Not the way writing a PR or generating code would behave, but the way you would behave. And I think that's ultimately the value of these AI models. So we built a framework here. Now going back to the leaderboard, believe it, what we see here, and I'm very, 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 I was intrigued by this. So GPT 5.5, according to this test that we ran, and I could keep running this over and over, came up on top, not Opus 4.8 across 11 domains, and I'll go through the domains that we ran. Second was Opus 4.8. Third was, ring the bell, drum roll, GLM 5.2. That is unbelievable for an open source model. Well, I'm getting it from OpenRouter to be this powerful, way above Gemini. That is remarkable. That is remarkable, right? And then 4.7 is not even is below. Heiko below. Gemini 3.1 Pro. So this was 3.5 Flash, so 3.1 Pro below. Opus 4.6 is way down there. GPT 5.5 High for some reason did not run. The medium ran. So I just could imagine if the 5.5 High ran, what this would look like. So this is the benchmark. Now I'm looking at it from a dimension of intelligence. So looking at it from the dimension of intelligence, unreal. But we know intelligence is not the only thing people care about. I'm sure if you're using these models in any regards, you might care about cost, you might care about value or price per token. So those are all important things. Let's see how that looks like. Go to value. again, at this point, we know the Gemini models tend to be cheaper. So if you're going just for pound, value perspective, obviously the GPT 5.5 medium kind of drops down. And I'm surprised that GLM 5.2 went all the way down compared to some of the other ones in here from a value perspective. So that surprised me a little bit. But Gemini is on the top. Now, for speed, Heku, okay, I'm not surprised by that. Heku will obviously come back really fast, but will it come back with the results you want? And then GLM 5.2 obviously was slower. That's interesting. That's actually interesting that it was, at least based on this benchmark that we did, all right? This was slower. Now, cost. Let's go over to cost. Last but not least, cost. I'm sure you guys can guess what would be. I have my own guess. I haven't looked at it. So we're all looking at it for the very first time. Should I give my guess before we look at it, or should I wait? All right, I'll guess. I think GLM 5.2 would be on top, at the very top for cost. Oh, wow. I guess not. I guess not. So Gemini 3.5 Flash coming in at 0.032 cents. And these are all estimates. The approach might be wrong. And if it's off, let me know. Even if it's wrong, as long as it's consistently wrong and you're using it for your benchmark, I think you directionally be correct. So that's my 2 cents on that. So 3.5 is 0.032 cents. That's per, I think this is per million tokens. I need to be sure on that. And then Heku 4.5 is coming at that. GLM is coming at 0.017. And then if you go down, of course, you're going to have Opus 4.8. Whoa, almost half a cent per million tokens. I believe it's per million tokens. And these are just estimates directionally, which I think kind of vibes with what I would expect just by using these models. So you might say, well, Opus 4.8 is great. I'm going to use it for everything I do. Well, maybe not so fast, right? Maybe not so fast. Depending on what you're trying to do, you might be better off with GLM. So going back to just intelligence, I think most folks care for intelligence. With intelligence, GLM 5.2 on the top, value, not so much. Speed, not so much. Cost, not so much. Overall, I think it could be very compelling. Now, here's where it gets even interesting. You can go down by the domains to see how they perform. Unfortunately, not all the models run on every domain, and this is something that needs to be looked at. But across most of the domains, let's see, for health, GLM GPT 5.5 was great. Heku was great. GPT 5.5. So let's see, wealth. Okay, almost all of them ran for wealth. And this is like asking and answering questions from a wealth domain. And it did pretty well here. So I would encourage, if you're going to be running this, if you download Prevail and you're going to be running this, and by the way, if you're running, share feedback. What numbers are you seeing across your own questions and your own data sets, if you're comfortable running things like this? And if you're not comfortable with your own data, use the synthetic data and kind of play with it and see what numbers you get. It will be very intriguing to see what folks find. So it's actually interesting that from a wealth perspective, wealth-related questions, GPT is really performing better than, who would have guessed it, Opus 4.8. I wouldn't have guessed that, just with my experience building with Opus 4.8 and thinking, well, it's the most intelligent model for everything. But if you're asking wealth questions, maybe you really should be going to GPT 5. And this illuminates that. And that's really the whole point of this. And in the last run, it's done better. So you can see the change here. So pretty intriguing. Let's see some other visualizations of this. Well, it's a little bit busy. This visualization is a little bit busy. But you can see from an intelligence perspective and cost perspective, this is kind of where you want to shoot for golf scores, not bowling scores. In the sense, golf scores, you want to go as low as possible. When you do bowling, you want to get as high as possible. So from a cost perspective, you want golf scores. You want to be like way down. From an intelligence perspective, you want a bowling. You want to be way up. And from this, up and backwards and up, we're kind of seeing this sweet spot here with these models. Now, once you go out to the right and even to the top, this is where Claude is kind of clustering. So, to some extent, you get what you pay for, but just go into that with eyes wide open. And this is that. So pretty intriguing. And you can click to see the details on that run and how well it performed on each questions. And that's something that is there too as well. So in this case, the GPT 5.5 medium, the question was, in Austin, household income was XYZ. This particular scenario had a rental property, emergency fund is XYZ. And then Maya, they have a family. Should they start with a 529? So this is I think this is an investment for education for kids. Should they start with that or do something different? And the expected decision is open a 529 now. 529 investment. I think I don't know if it's an IRA or something, but it's an investment fund for you put it tax free for college stuff. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's the most I know. And so this was the expected result. Now the model kind of came close to it. So this is all backed up. If you want to go down and see what the model is saying and why this is scoring it as such, why the judge is scoring it correct, I think I've made some videos on that. And then you can go through other questions here, what the prompt was, what the context was, what the expected result is. Because what person A might expect if they have a different aggressive investment position to do something else, and person B might want to invest in the kid's college, and person C might say, you know what, I don't care for college, I'm not going to invest in college, my kid is going to go to trade school. And so the model will not know that. But if you put in the context and the right questions in here, you can benchmark this to things that are relevant to you. So that's why this is extremely powerful. So let's go back. We saw that, and then you can drill down into every model and see how it performs. So let's see what I think that most of them got this question correct. So Claude got it correct too in terms of investing in 529 B. All right. So we've seen this. Another view of this too is just seeing the history of the runs. So every time you do a run, if I go back in here, I could pick this model and just fire off a run, and that will kick off in the background running. And so then you will have your history showing up in here. Sorted by latest, you can see the oldest run, the runs with the best score. You can see the one with the most models that were in there. So that's that. The best score really came from this one that we just we saw not too long ago, and it consisted of GLM 5.2. So you go into GLM 5.2, you can as well see the performance of how it did. It did really well on more of the RSU vesting type of questions, ESPP questions. Let's see why. So that was the expected result. And the judge was a little bit harsh on this one, so he didn't kind of score it very well. But there you have it. And then as new models are coming in, obviously you can go in and scout for those models as well. And those models will show up here. If I make a lot of videos about this, you probably hear about this if there are new models from the channel. But if somehow I don't make a video, go scan the new model, you'll see that. And then schedules will give you the ability to schedule this. So these benchmarks, you can have it on the schedule, running regularly, and doing the scanning for you. But hopefully this was helpful. Very, very intriguing. GLM 5.2 just blows the mind away. And not only that, you now have a framework for testing models at scale. GLM 5.3 comes out, just simply rerun this benchmark and see how it behaves. And the way you do that is with Prevail, link in the description below. Again, like I said, we're trying to get to 100 stars by the end of this weekend. So if you watch the video to this end and you don't go over to GitHub and give it a like, I don't know, nothing will happen, but I will appreciate if you do that. As always, this is Fruit. Thank you so much for watching and sticking to the end. Really appreciate you being here. It means a lot for me. I will see you in the next demo.